Bad North is one of the best things to happen to the genre in a while, refining real-time strategy basics for intuitive play. There's a touch of tower defense here too, as you defend your islands from Viking hordes. We have a bunch of Bad North tips and tricks available, so make sure to check them out if you're ready to dive into this roguelite masterpiece. As mentioned, you'll defend small islands from Viking invasions portrayed with dark colors, commanding a small army that fights autonomously. Your main task during battles is to position and move your troops as needed. It may not sound very exciting, but it will captivate you from the very first moment. Mutant Year Zero Road to Aiden Deluxe Edition is a unique game that combines turn-based strategy and exploration elements. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, you lead a group of mutant characters on a quest to reach the mysterious Eden. As the leader of this team, which includes characters like Boorman, a Boorman, and Dux, a Duckman, you'll face challenging missions. The game features an in-depth strategic combat system. To defeat enemies in each battle, you must cleverly use the environment, leverage stealth, and strategically plan your character's abilities. Additionally, you can upgrade your characters and make them stronger with the equipment and resources you gather during exploration. Prison Architect is a prison construction and management simulation game. In the game, you start as a prison architect designing and constructing every detail of your prison. Later on, you're responsible for managing the security, needs, and daily operations of the inmates. You can build various prison facilities such as cells, canteens, health centers, and more. By setting up security systems, you can prevent escape attempts and maintain internal order. Prison Architect stands out for its deep customization options, strategic planning, and decision-making skills required. The game's detailed graphics and realistic simulation enhance the authenticity of the prison management experience. Northgard is a Viking-themed strategy game that transports players to the legendary continent of Northgard. In the game, you'll struggle to survive and explore the continent as the leader of a Viking clan. You'll gather resources, establish colonies, manage your army, and battle enemies. The game features a rich structure enriched with turn-based strategy elements. Each game session presents different challenges as you strive to survive in a world where seasons and natural disasters challenge you. In this game, where you need to develop economic growth, military strategy, and diplomatic skills, every decision you make will have consequences. SteamWorld Heist Ultimate Edition is a unique game that combines turn-based strategy and shooting elements. In the game, you control Piper Faraday, the captain of a group of steam-powered robots, as you battle the galaxy's most dangerous pirates. By assembling a crew with different abilities, you'll infiltrate enemy ships and collect loot. The game features striking 2D graphics and a hand-drawn art style. Each mission requires strategic thinking and precise aiming skills. You'll need to use the ricochet ability of your bullets to cleverly defeat enemies and carefully plan each move. Additionally, you can customize your crew members with different weapons, hats, and abilities. You can play the entire Banner Saga series on Switch, and we encourage you to start from the beginning. Combining narrative adventure with team-based strategy and a memorable Nordic fantasy art style, it's a hard-bitten beauty. Throughout all three parts of this captivating saga, you'll follow the stories of various characters in a potential Ragnarok setting. Each character has unique goals, personalities, and skills. Your choices will have significant impacts on the unfolding story, so choose wisely. The strategic component places you on a battle grid with your characters and opponents. Each character occupies a different space and has distinct speed and defense attributes. It's akin to a chess game. Fans of RPG strategy games shouldn't miss out on this wonderful story on Switch. From the creator of FTL Faster Than Light comes this remarkably good follow-up. It's a dark take on turn-based strategy, where survival takes precedence over traditional notions of victory. The game features pixelated isometric tiles that exude a strategic vibe no matter how you look at it. You can plan ahead and work towards your objectives, keeping your goals in mind. After each enemy turn, you make your move and hope for the best. It's like chess, but with you controlling mechs and the enemy being alien forces. The difference is that grid spots can disappear, taking down everything on them permanently, and you have special abilities. While it resembles chess, it's a compelling tactics simulation that will thoroughly challenge your strategic thinking.
For another presidential term.
Tropico 6 is a city-building and management simulation game that takes you to the paradise-like islands of the Caribbean, offering you the opportunity to govern your own tropical nation. Assuming the role of El Presidente, you will establish cities on your islands, manage the economy, and make political decisions to improve the welfare of your people. The game expands with extended island chains and larger maps, allowing you to build bridges between islands and develop simultaneously across different regions. As you develop various economic sectors like tourism, industry, and agriculture, you must also maintain a political balance. You can enhance the happiness of your populace by providing various infrastructure projects and social services, or govern as an authoritarian dictator. Tropico 6 stands out with its detailed graphics and humorous approach. In the game, you can construct unique buildings and structures, and even steal world-famous landmarks to bring to your islands. Filled with strategic planning, resource management, and political maneuvers, every decision you make will have consequences. The first time you realize you can play Civilization 6 on your tiny Switch is one of those "what a time to be alive" moments. The king of 4X strategy games plays quite well on Nintendo's console. If you're unfamiliar with the Civilization series, you take on the role of a ruler of a specific country and become one of its greatest historical leaders. For instance, you might play as Cleopatra in Egypt, Caesar in Rome, or Alexander the Great. You then start developing every aspect of your country, including scientific research, culture, military, and urban development. Naturally, there's a lot of diplomacy involved, along with the influence of religion and natural disasters. It's a wonderfully complex game, making it one of the best 4X strategy games for Switch and other platforms alike. This War of Mine Complete Edition is a survival simulation game that tells a story from the perspective of civilians amidst war. In the game, you'll control a group of civilian characters, attempting to avoid the destructive effects of war by building shelters, gathering food and other essential supplies, and making necessary decisions for survival. The game stands out with its impressive 2.5D graphics and atmospheric music. It immerses players in a dark and tense atmosphere, deeply exploring the psychological effects of war on people. This game requires you to make moral and ethical decisions, as every choice and action directly impacts the survival chances of your characters. This War of Mine Complete Edition is an excellent choice for players looking for an experience in both strategy and survival simulation genres. Specifically designed for Nintendo Switch, it serves as an impactful portrayal of how human nature is tested in wartime conditions.